If I want to be the fittest natural 50-year-old around with zero energy, testosterone or zest for life, then what I need to do is I need to control my food intake so closely and avoid any possibility of fat gain whatsoever and get to 185 pounds as quickly as possible. That'll do it. Okay, sorry guys, that was a bit dry, wasn't it? Good afternoon YouTube, it's your gorgeous sexy G-Love here, coming at you from a sunny and pleasant cemetery somewhere in the southwest of the UK. It's actually 25 to 12 in the morning on Wednesday, June the 10th, 2026, and this is day 180 of my shit to fit transformation from a tired, overfed and essentially invisible 204 to a buffed up and head turning 185 pounds twisted steel and sex appeal. I will try and keep these updates brief, so do like, subscribe and stick around for the cheesy outro. So we previously lost about 12 pounds of fat in many weeks. You do the math. And yes, there were some ups and downs along the way, a few trials and tribulations, but clearly we did have more wins than losses. Got to bed last night at around about 11 PM for 7 hours of pretty crap sleep. Woke up this morning and weighed myself first thing. My weight came in at 191 pounds exactly. That gives me an average weight for the last 7 days of 192.07. And this time last week, my weight in the morning was 190.75. So I guess you could say I've put on a quarter of a pound over the last week. I'll continue to monitor this weight as I go forward. And yeah, at the moment, I'm probably looking to actually let my weight drift up a little bit to recover and move in the present correct general direction. So yes, as of Monday, I did increase my food intake. I've increased my food intake by 20 carbs and 10 fats, and we are now on 700 carbs, 220 proteins and 140 grams of fat. Currently averaging around 16,000 steps per day. And yes, I did hit the gym yesterday before work for my 4th proper workout of this mesocycle. I did farmer's walks, I did body weight dips with also single cable lat pull downs, and I did some, there is one last exercise, isn't there? Crikey, I always forget this. Okay, I also did some bicep curls with the cable machine and some forearms and some very light cable crossover rear delts. I did actually feel as if I could have gone harder, but I held back a little bit because I still have 10 more workouts to go of this training cycle. Only really looking to perform any real heroics over the last 4 workouts. So yeah, holding back. It doesn't feel natural to do it, but it's important that I do because I can't go balls to the wall all the time. After 15 plus 20 odd years of training, my ability to fuck myself up in half an hour in the gym is now second to none. So I've just got to be careful with that. So like a lot of people, I've always found it fairly simple and straightforward to lose the same 6 to 10 pounds of fat every single year, generally either before or after, just around Christmas. Reason being, it's generally quite easy to drop body fat and be in the right physiological state when you have zero diet fatigue. And when we haven't restricted ourselves for a full year, we have zero diet fatigue. And it's very easy and simple. Last December, early December, when I started this process, I was at 204 pounds and I had zero diet fatigue. Basically, what I need to do is recreate the physiological conditions I had last December, but crucially, without being 21% plus body fat, miserable and grossly out of shape. So yes, as it is day 180, I thought it was appropriate to make this one a little bit longer and go into some thoughts. And today's ideas will be basically the 8 things that need to be in place before you decide to cut body fat once again. Whether it's your first cut or whether you've already cut in the past and you've had a maintenance phase in between. But yeah, here we go. Number 1, it has been at least 4 months since the last time you restricted your food intake. Okay, so from a personal point of view, since my last dieting phase, which lasted about 3 weeks and was pretty much a complete failure, it's been about 2 weeks. And I feel a bit better, but I don't feel great just yet. If you were to count the time since I stopped restricting myself on my last successful cut, we're talking mid-February, so March, April, May, June. So yeah, technically I did stop restricting myself in mid-February. That was 4 months ago. But since then, have I been striving to really get rid of diet fatigue and allowing my weight to creep up, laying down a bit more fat and relaxing into the process? No, I haven't. So yes, that's number one. On to number two. You generally feel big, strong, energized, and with minimal aches and pains. Okay, let's look at my example. Do I feel big, strong, and energized? No, I don't. I feel like a weak, feeble little bitch in general. Energy levels are generally okay-ish, but yeah, but if something hard needs doing, I know that I'm looking the other way. So let's say I'm in work and a fridge freezer needs to be carried up a flight of stairs. Am I the first person to volunteer for this effort, to give a hand, even though I am by far the strongest, physically strongest person that works at my workplace? Am I going to jump in there and say, hey guys, I'll help, I've got this? No, I'm not. Aches and pains wise, not too bad, I would say. Pretty good in a way, although at the same time, I'm not jumping in there to do hard stuff. So yes, that box has not been ticked yet by a long shot. Number three, you have PR'd on most all your exercises and are generally recovering well. Okay, in my case, no, I haven't. I'm lifting close to the right poundages to PR, but the reps are far below. I mean, we're talking 5, 6, 7 reps on like 15 to 20 rep sets. So no, I'm nowhere near PRs. Am I recovering well? I'll be honest, at the moment, I'm recovering okay because I am lifting very, very sensibly and I'm pacing myself through this 6-week training cycle. I'm not rushing the process. So yeah, so we can give probably half a tick for that box there. Okay, on to number 4. Your general quality and quantity of sleep has been great over many, many weeks. Okay, let's look at this from my point of view. Has my sleep been great? No, my sleep has been crap. I would say the last week I've averaged maybe 7.5 hours. I've had a few days where my good sleep has probably been 6.5 hours around about. I have 2 housemates that I live with and their schedules are generally very different to mine, and I found myself getting a bit frustrated and annoyed when they've been up early and I've got in late. But it's my own fault because I get in late and then I go on YouTube and I don't just go straight to sleep. So my discipline with my sleep hygiene has been really bad as well. So yes, that is a box that we definitely have not ticked. Okay, number 5. You are free from all food preoccupation and have no binging impulses. Okay, let's look at this from my point of view. Am I free from being preoccupied with food? No, I'm fucking obsessed with food. I think about food all the time. I even dream about food sometimes. I watch cookery shows. I salivate over pictures of steaks and bowls of pasta carbonara. I literally have to hide away my stash of chocolate covered almonds and salty snacks because I can't trust myself not to eat them. I have to take them into work and put them there or I can't get to them. I literally cannot be trusted around any sweet treats. On a couple of occasions over the last week, I've literally had this overwhelming urge just to go to the kitchen and just eat everything in the fridge. When I finish a large meal, I still feel like I want to eat. Even though I'm not hungry, I still feel like I want to eat all the fucking time. So yes, I'm definitely not free from binging impulses or food preoccupation. Right, so that's 5 so far. Once we've got these 5 in place, there are 3 final ones which need to be in place in the last month before I drop my calories and go into a cut. They are as follows. Number 6. The following one primes your body for fat loss and it gets you into a good spot where the first few weeks feel good and are pretty much effortless and easy. So what you've got to do in the last month before you drop your calories is get yourself low-key sick of food. Like, push the food in. Even if it means putting on an extra ½ a pound of fat over the last few weeks, it's worth it because it will carry you through the first most difficult few weeks of the diet. So literally push that food in when you're full, keep eating, and get to a point where you're literally like, fuck this, I've had enough of food, give me a fucking diet. So yes, that's number 6. Number 7 is to be well prepared with foods for your diet. So have lots and lots of food all stockpiled. If there are foods that you need to get hold of which are in short supply and you can't always get, have a stockpile first. For instance, when I'm cutting, I like to eat a lot of oily fish, mackerel, fillets, sardines, tinned fish, and sometimes these can be hard to get hold of in my area or be stupidly expensive and require inconvenient trips out of the way of my normal daily life to get hold of them. And when your energy levels are fairly low and the fucks you've got to give in your day are running on low to medium, you don't want to be running around trying to get hold of difficult to find foods. So stockpile the hard foods, and also try and get a stockpile of protein powder in order. That way you can increase your protein intake over the course of your cut. So from my point of view, I like to have 220 grams of protein every single day. So what I will do is I'll gradually build up a stockpile to make sure that I've got a good month or two where I can have 240 grams of protein. So extra large protein shakes, that will also help. So what we're on now, we've done 7. I think it's number 8. Yes, so the last one to have in place before you cut and you start your diet, or before I do this, is to have a really, really robust plan in place that takes into account all the things that you can do where you're using your brain and you're planning ahead to get things done as easily as possible. This involves having a 5 to 6 week plan all written out and ready, organised with all the food you're going to eat to lose 6 to 7, maybe 8 pounds of fat over that time. And the whole time you are going to respect your body's capability to lose fat. So from my point of view, I know it's proven from the past that if I go over a 600 calorie deficit per day, which is 1.2 pounds of fat per week, I will burn out in a few weeks. So the last time that I cut, about a month ago, I didn't respect this. I was greedy and in some ways lazy, and my ego got the better of me, and I thought, oh, I feel great, I can lose 1.5 pounds to 1.6 pounds per week, it won't be a problem. But just like in the past, it proved me wrong and I burnt out and it all went to shit. So we have to respect our weaknesses and our limitations. My limitation is 1.2 pounds per week, which is fine. If I'm losing over probably 5-6 weeks, that's 6 and 7 pounds of fat. And from where I am, at the body fat level that I'm at, 6 and 7 pounds of fat will completely change the way I look. And that's enough. So yes, so have a plan in place, respect your body's limitations, and go from there. So that's 8 ways that you will know if you're ready to cut. I hope this has been useful, guys. And yeah, I think we will probably leave it there, because this is going to take some editing to get all this organised. So yes, as usual. Oh, also, before I go, I need to say, aches and pains today are low to medium. Brain fog is medium to high. Lots and lots of jump cuts, as you can probably see. And energy levels are, I would say, medium. Mood is kind of medium to high, pretty good. And what else was there? Water retention, the watch. Pretty low to medium. The watch is moving around on the wrist. And did I give all my updates? I think I did. Yeah, that'll cover it. As usual, I'll put a link on the top right of your screen, which takes you back to December the 11th, 2025, and my chubby little face at the start of this journey. If you click on that link, it will take you back to that video. And if you watch that video, at the end there's a link which does take you to my 4th most popular video on this channel. So that's 2 videos for you to watch before you decide if you want to subscribe. But either way, please like this video, and the first link will be right here. That's awesome. Thanks guys for sticking with me over the last almost 6 months. It's been a wild ride. And yes, one more thing to say, and that is roll the outro.